Mic check 1 2. Check 1 2 3 1 2 1 2. Good evening, everybody, and welcome inside Tony Kent Arena in South Dennis, Massachusetts for this Cape Cod High School hockey game of the week. It is Dennis-Yarmouth versus Nantucket. My name is Jim McCabe, broadcasting this one as the teams have warmed up and they are gathered, and you see them at each end of the ice. And this very important game between the Nantucket Whalers and the Dennis-Yarmouth Dolphins will be coming your way in just a few moments. Part of a doubleheader of Cape Cod High School hockey that is happening on this Wednesday. This is game one. Then I'll be traveling to broadcast the game between Marshfield and Barnstable. That one's going to be off Cape, and we'll see how much the traffic cooperates, hoping it does. Here comes the starting lineups. National anthem will be played, and we'll have this one for you in just a few moments.
Now for the game starting lineups. For the Whalers, in goal, number 30, James Colkins. Defense, number 27, Alex Freeman. Defense, number 16, Evan Belanger. Left wing, number 17, Captain Jeff Garvin. Center, number 19, Gavin Fye, Captain. Right wing, number 9, Jack Gammons. And now, for your DY Dolphins, starting in goal, number 30, Mason Shin. Starting at center, number 2, Captain Tommy Julian. Left wing, number 24, Will Vincent. Right wing, number 10, Griff Bailey. Defense, number 8, Cam Cavatar. Defense, number 7, Zach Quenville. The rest of your DY Dolphins. Please stand if you are able. Remove your caps for playing the national anthem.
Starting lineups announced. National anthem played. We're just about set for hockey here in South Dennis, a rink I am intimately familiar with as the broadcaster of the Seahawks Hockey Club. Now I get a chance to do the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week here. And I'm very excited for this one. The Nantucket Whalers coming off of a 4-1 win over Old Rochester Fairhaven. Cole Evans had a good one in that one, a goal and an assist. So did Marsh Hickman, and Gavin Fye, and Alex Freeman with goals as well. You saw the game for Dennis-Yarmouth last night featured in the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. The Codfish Cup went to them by that same 4-1 score. Ken Cavatorta with his first varsity goal. And Will Vincent had 2 goals and an assist last night for DY. We're underway. I think that this is a pretty good viewpoint for us to be filming. What do you think? Surrounded by fans, and on the near side here is where the horn sounds. I've never been so close to the horn, so I'm gonna find out how loud it really is. Nantucket, they're wearing the blue jerseys. They're the road team here today, of course. Dennis-Yarmouth, the home team, they've got the white jerseys that are green gradient. The DY Dolphins. Tommy Julian, you'll be hearing his name a lot. You heard it a lot last night. Tried to chip it in front from the far corner. Now it's off the boards and out to the point for a shot. And it goes wide from Cam Cavatorta, fed to him from Griffin Feely. Goaltenders James Colkins for the Nantucket Whalers. And number 30 as well for the DY Dolphins. It's Mason Sheehan, saw him last night. I think he's going to be a little easier here tonight. Nantucket's offense, I think, is going to be a little bit more of a test for him than was the Nauset offense last night. Of course, the Nauset offense has been struggling this season. So I think this should shape up to be a good goaltending battle. We're going to do this face-off right at center ice after the puck went out of play. Must be passed ahead by Nantucket's Sam Freeman and into the DY zone. Along the far side, it's tripped out to center. This could be a 2-on-1. It's carried ahead by Caleb Tolley in front, and that one was close to the stick of Chad Holmes. Goes behind the Nantucket net, played to the near side, and it's stashed back deep by Tyler McFarland. A little bit of forechecking pressure from Dennis-Yarmouth. Catching this on the center ice side of the blue line was Matthew Walsh for DY. Now this goes out of play, and we're exactly 2 minutes into the first period. An important game for both teams. Dennis-Yarmouth in the Lighthouse standings of the Cape and Islands League. Record of 5-4-2. Nantucket is 6-4. Martha's Vineyard leads this division. And on Mason Sheehan, and he covers up with no hard decision to make there. Face-off will be to his left. It's Gavin 5 versus Tommy Julian on the draw. And Nantucket's eventually going to get control of this. It'll be sent deep by Alex Freeman. Now Nantucket with the forechecking pressure. Head coach Scott Corbett said it's a big Dennis-Yarmouth team, or it's a physical team, but he hopes his team tonight can outskate the DY Dolphins. So is it speed versus brute? That seems to be at least one coach thinks is the matchup here in this one. Dumped in from the neutral zone by Evan Belanger. And Jack Hammond sends it out in front. That one touched the stick of Gavin 5, but he didn't get a shot. Now Tommy Julian the other way. He shoots, it's blocked. And a block from Evan Belanger. And on a shot from the far side, the answer from Colkins, making the save from Zach Quenville. Face-off win for the Dennis-Yarmouth Dolphins. Puck in the far corner. Players battling for it. It's knocked free and rolls to the near side for the play along by Alex Gibson. Now taken back behind his net by Gavin Pekarczyk and played along far side, kept in the zone by Matthew Walsh.
That's 21.
Kept in again by Walsh. At the point, it'll go to the stick of Colkins, who didn't have much activity there, and it's taken by the skaters of Nantucket, and it's all the way to his line before it was played ahead by Sam Freeman. Now DY looks to go right back in. That shot just taken a moment ago by Caleb Tolley. Got the glass behind James Colkins, the Nantucket goalie. Shoveled along far side. There's the reach from Matthew Walsh to keep it a little bit longer. And Walsh, he's done it again. And then it went off of Aiden Powers before Nantucket finally will recontrol this, and dumped in from neutral by this man heading off for a change. That's Hudson Perry. No score, about 4.5 minutes in. Off the stick of this DYA player who's lost it. And Nantucket player is going to skate right in, making the moves and shooting before wiping out. That was Cosmo Tedeschi taking advantage of that near turnover from Will Vincent. I believe that was Vincent, number 24. Face-off win for Nantucket in the offensive zone, sent wide by Evan Belanger. Tommy Julian will stash it away. He was hoping to get it away from pressure, and ultimately that is what happens. Gotten out of the zone by DY, but this is going to be caught, and it's right back in by Jeffrey Domi, who shoots off the glass. Domi almost got another crack at it, and now it's going to be Jack Gammons with the puck. Gammons from the near corner tries to cycle it, but that's interrupted quickly. And so now it's Cam Cavatora with it for DY, but he falls. And as he fell, he got rid of it. That was nice. Clear attempt by DY out the center, but sent back in by Nantucket. They're playing the half rink game right now. Evan Belanger sent it in. And now Gavin Fye with a little bit of space and time. Centers, backhander, Jack Gammons, save made by Mason Sheehan. Gavin Fye was given a lot of time there and was able to spot Gammons in front for maybe arguably Nantucket's best chance of this game so far. And for a while here, it's been all Nantucket offense. DY had a period of time where they were keeping the puck in the zone on the forecheck, but that feels like a little bit ago. And this will be whacked in by Matthew Walsh. And the pressure comes on here for DY. And there's Matthew Walsh play it deep. And how many times have we said that already here in this first period? Off the near sideboards. Nantucket's going to get it out the center. Skated ahead by Hudson Perry. And now stopping with this puck and shooting at Cole Evans in front. There's a mess in front. The puck stays out. After it sounded like the save was definitely made there by Sheehan, the DY goalie. Played ahead by Cole Evans, allowing it to go off his stick and deep into the DY zone. It's Mark Hickman who's going to give chase, but not before the DY contingent gets it out of the zone. And to the Nantucket end, peeling away from his man here is Belanger. He's got pressure though. Belanger has to do more work, and he's going to give it up as it goes along the near side. Here comes a wrister. That's up high from Cam Cavatora on James Colkins, who flashes out the glove and collects. 8:18 remaining here in the first period. I see that you see me a little bit. See if I can make some adjustments. Another shot right off the face-off. Save made by James Colkins, who's become the #1 goaltender for this Nantucket team this season. Alex Freeman plays it out the center. This will be collected by Zach Gwenville and played back from where it came. No icing as it goes deep into the Nantucket zone. No score. Played along near side and across the line. It'll be sent back in by Cam Cavatora. DY's bench wants the players to come back for the change, so that's a free skate out for Nantucket. And almost able to really go in deep there was Alex Freeman before he finally got stood up. Going backwards is Griff Feely, and now turning and popping it off the glass. It'll be dumped back in by Nantucket's Alex Gibson. This puck comes out in the front. It'll just be slid ahead by Griff Feely, and now Tommy Julian will go up the wing and shoot one. He was looking to go a little bit against the grain there and hoping to get that one past the glove of Colkins. Now it's going to be backhand in front. Save Colkins and a rebound, and that one missed. Some quality chances for the Dolphins, and perhaps their best flurry. Now under 7 minutes to go, we remain scoreless after Colkins made that one pretty good save there. On that sequence, that all started with the zone entry from Julian. DY went from there. Now what's the whistle for here? Not sure about that one. They're pointing for a face-off in neutral. Nobody here seems to know either, so we're gonna get right back to action. And now this will be taken by Marsh Hickman. Hickman, a long-distance wrister, doesn't even make it to the net. And trying to get it out was Matthew Walsh. Goes back for the shot that goes wide from Sam Freeman. But Nantucket's able to get going here, and a pass to Marsh Hickman. Save is made by Mason Sheehan. The feed to Hickman from Cole Evans. Hey, this game's being brought to you by Agway of Cape Cod, locally owned, family operated, serving the Cape for over 25 years with lawn, garden, wild bird, and pet supplies. Visit their 3 Agway locations in Orleans, Dennis, and Chatham, online at agwaycapecod.com. Hammer time, Matt Walsh blocked. Walsh will get to this in neutral with some Nantucket players coming and plays it away from them, and then another DY player goes to retrieve it and play it ahead. That was Caleb Tolley. Alex Gibson, and now played along by Cole Evans out the center, sending it right back in. For DY is Jack Handsome. And it's going to be Colkin making the decision to freeze. Game's also being brought to you by Yates Island Gas on Nantucket. Locally owned and operated, the island's premier propane solution. The Yates Island Gas difference is about commitment to Nantucket and guaranteeing value to their customers as the only locally owned and operated propane provider with 24/7 on-call emergency service. Yates Island Gas committed to meeting your energy needs day and night. And a whistle. So why don't I also tell you this game's being brought to you by E.J. McGrath Insurance, your neighborhood insurance agency serving the Cape for over 50 years. Comprehensive insurance coverage at competitive costs. Call them at 508-385-5991. E.J. McGrath Insurance, Main Street in Dennis. Still no score. Nantucket and Dennis-Yarmouth. Poke off of the stick of Ben Billings, and look out here for this backhander. It goes low from Jack Hanscom, and the save is made by James Colkins. Finally, this game's being brought to you this evening by Carpet Barn, Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor. With 3 convenient locations in Falmouth, Mashpee, and Hyannis, your source for carpet, luxury, vinyl, hardwood, tile, laminate, and more. Visit Carpet Barn, carpet1falmouth.com for more details. Chances for both teams in this one. A good low backhander that one just a moment ago from Hanscom. Didn't have a lot of speed on it, but it was a low shot, and those backhanders are so tough to pick up, and somehow picking up that shot through some traffic there was Sheehan. That slapper from Jeffrey Dommey. And another chance in front. Dommey, that one missed. This will be passed ahead. Julian getting it from Griff Feely. Julian wide on the wing, pushing him into the boards is the Nantucket skater, and now Nantucket will get it out of the zone. Julian crashes in, looking for this puck on the near side. This goes back to the line. Matt Walsh shot missing. And now Will Vincent got to it in the corner, but Nantucket took care of that problem right away. It would have been a 3-on-2, but a Nantucket skater was going to the bench. So it's going to be Phi, the pass from Gammons, wrister, save made by Mason Sheehan. Man, I tell you, in this one, Gammons and Phi have looked really good together, setting up for a couple of chances. Going back into the Nantucket zone for Evan Belanger to get to. Pressure closing in on him, got rid of it in time. Goes off the official skate, so easy play for Belanger to get it out to center ice. Those things happen during the course of a game. Now pressure on him, Alex Freeman. Got across to his teammate Cole Evans. Now at the center for Marsh Hickman. Hickman gives it into the middle. Sent back from where it came onto a DY stick from Hudson Perry. And DY's going to try and clean up this mess, but perhaps won't be able to as Hickman got to it. Was hoping to get it out to the man at the point, and it's going to go eventually. But Nantucket has to leave the zone as the puck went to Alex Freeman. And now Hickman doesn't get all that as he tried to send it in hard, but then off the boards, turned back over to Hickman. DY tries to pick his pocket and get it right back out to center. They do so. Now the Whalers will look to go back the other way here. Into the DY zone to be pounded around by DY's Ben McDowell and out of play. No score, 2:34 remaining in the opening period of this Cape Cod High School hockey game of the week between Nantucket and Dennis-Yarmouth. Face-off win for Nantucket. Oh, but they couldn't drag it in front for a shot, so it's going to be taken the other way now. Shea Terrio took it in. And now the pass behind the net. And it's going to skate out with it. That's Aiden Powers out to the line for Shock Holkins, making the save on that offering from Zach Quenville. Whalers get it out the center. Can't get into the DY zone before DY took it back and dumped in. Aiden Powers sending it in while he heads off to the bench. Now this errant pass goes out the center and it's repossessed by DY. Cam Cavatorta with a man on him gains the blue line into Nantucket territory, and then Cavatorta off the boards, and it goes around as a pass for Zach Quenville. And he sends it off the glass, almost bounced out in front, but no. Well, now less than 100 seconds to go here in the first period. Gavin Fye got muscle off the puck. It's chipped out in front for a backhander that goes wide from Griff Feely. Players come together for it on the far half wall. Flipped along, Nantucket can't get it out. And now it does go out to center on the second effort there. There's puck at neutral. This will be taken by Gammons, flipped in. And now just about a minute to go in the first period. No score between Nantucket and Dennis-Yarmouth. Played around to the far half wall. There's Will Vincent. Can't get it out. Hand pass called. Neutral zone draw. 50.1 seconds remaining in the opening period. They'll put this face off all the way down in the Nantucket zone. No problem for Nantucket. They're going to get it right out of the zone. Just about. Stashed to the far side by Alex Freeman. But now rumbling ahead is Matt Walsh. Walsh hasn't gotten a shot yet. He's going to try and center, and Colkins made sure that didn't go out in front with the goal stick. A couple players come together far half wall. It's another puck on net for Colkins to make the easy save on. And it is spit out the center and then sent into the DY zone by Marsh Hickman. Nantucket keeping it in. Now less than 10 seconds to go in the first period. And gotten a penalty call here. Looks like a tripping call on Dennis-Yarmouth. This is on Tyler McFarland. .1 seconds left, so Nantucket's got plenty of time if they can win this face-off cleanly. Strategy, they keep Colkins in net. They're just going to go with the 5. They win the face-off cleanly. Marsh Hickman's bomb was blocked, and that might get us down to zeros, and yeah, that is the case. Well, Nantucket's going to have most of a 2-minute power play to start the second period. It is 0-0 after 1. This Cape Cod High School hockey game of the week between Dennis-Yarmouth and Nantucket, and we'll take a break and come back. Welcome back, everybody. The Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week here at Tony Kent Arena in South Dennis. It is Dennis-Yarmouth High School against Nantucket, and we are scoreless after one period of play. The Nantucket Whalers start off this second period on the power play. And they're going to have to take this first face-off of the second period in their zone. And they'll control it off their zone face-off win. This will be passed and dumped in by Marsh Hickman. And now here comes some setup from Nantucket. Given to Hickman. Now top of the point. It's Hudson Perry. Jack Gammons down low. And trying to center unsuccessful was Alex Freeman. Now this will be grabbed by Hickman. He'll give it to Perry. Back to Hickman, who tries to shift into that pass across. Gonna wind up going back for him. Hickman, Perry, wrister, it's blocked. Cross ice pass, Gammons to Perry, wrister from downtown off the end boards. And before it can come out in front, Dennis-Yarmouth takes care of the problem, but they don't get the clear. Power play continues for another half minute. Gavin Fye looking for Marsh Hickman, who's gonna, I guess, maybe let it go. And this puck movement continues. So if that was intentional, it worked. Pass to Perry, top of the circle, and over to the right side for a shot. Another one that is blocked after it was taken by Hickman, and it's clear. And that deflates things for Nantucket, and a sense of relief for Dennis-Yarmouth, as Nantucket had the puck in the offensive zone for a long time without the clear. Hickman brings it in. Marsh Hickman will give it to Jack Gammons. We're even strength now. This power play unit's still out there. Hudson Perry shot, and that gets through but wide of the net. Jack Gammons slides it out in front. Score! They're going to say no goal. No goal. I think the net was off. Net was off, I think, is what caused that. The referee going over to Nantucket bench and talking with head coach Scott Corbett about this. And head coach Corbett looks a little bit resigned to whatever the explanation was that was given to him, but everybody kind of just stopped there for DY, as that they fully expected the whistle to blow there, and it was put into the net, but a quick wave off. Now this is going to be out of play off the Nantucket stick in their zone, so this is going to be a face-off in their end. Weird start to this period. Good pressure from Nantucket on the power play. That wasn't the weird part. Then it got weird here just a moment ago with that no goal, and then Nantucket playing the puck out of their own zone. So here we go. They're back to action. These players on the ice, and the Whalers are going to have no problem getting it out of their own end here once more. It's going to slide in on Mason Sheehan, and he is going to make the decision to freeze. Certainly a slow start to this second period. We've had a few whistles. Off this face-off. Players battling for it. They'll go to the corner for DY's Jack Hanscom to get to first. And pressure from Nantucket on the forecheck. Man gets to this, had no passing option, was Ben Billings. Billings will try for this again. He'll get it out in front. That just goes off the stick of Charlie Clark. Now skated the other way. And with us on his stick is Aiden Powers as he brought it in. And physical play there on the far side before it's ultimately played all the way down. And both teams are going to get some new players Out onto the ice. It's in the feet of Jeffrey Dummy, but he couldn't find it in time. Sent back in by Nantucket. It's going to be right there on this side of the net. And Mason Sheehan will melt us down once again. About 3 minutes, 40 seconds played here in the second. Still no score. Dennis-Yarmouth and Nantucket. Gavin Fye turns with this and back into the DY zone for Nantucket. Fye will pass it to the right point for a shot that deflects and hops wide from Evan Belanger. Fye will guide it back for Belanger. Back to Fye, who quickly spots him at the left point. He's going to shoot from the top of the left circle. Deflected wide after a shot on by Alex Freeman. Battling for the puck. DY's trying to get it out. They need to get it out. They do. Will that give them a chance to change? Got some tired players out there, I would say. Maybe not. Maybe they're all going to stay out there, actually. All 5 will stay out there for Dennis-Yarmouth. They're going to try and go to offense here, but a puck chipped out in front. It's going to be rather easily gotten to by Belanger to get out the center, and now Gavin Fye will send it in to the DY zone, and it goes out of play as Nantucket was trying to initiate a change there. And it looks like they're going to be allowed to have completed that change, and new players out there for the Whalers. All right, so we've just played about almost the first 5 minutes of now the second period, and still no score. One power play so far belonged to Nantucket. And clears, tries to once, tries to again. In the process here, has gotten tripped up. Drawing a penalty here for Nantucket is Sam Freeman. The penalized player is Chad Holmes. And as I just said that a moment ago about Nantucket going on the power play once in this game, make it twice. Gavin Fye plays it out in front. Marsh Hickman will go for this. Hickman will pass to Hudson Perry, back to Hickman. Perry, near side, Jack Gammons. One-timer, and that one almost caught the head of Matthew Walsh. Hickman won't shoot, instead he'll pass. Perry, Gammons near circle. Perry, Gammons, save, Sheehan. Fye tried to really curl into that shot, fanned on it, so he had the option to pass it back. That's what he did. Perry, Hickman, didn't get all that pass. Clear down by Zach Quenville, said thank you very much. Those 3 players we've just mentioned for Nantucket, they remain out there, well, along with a couple others. As Fye will cross in, and he could not beat Matt Walsh, but Walsh can't clear. Hickman, Gammons, flushed it back to Perry. Now down low, trying to do something with it, didn't have a lot of space, was Alex Freeman. Power plays down to a half minute. Perry will keep this in for Nantucket. He'll step in, he'll shoot, score! It's a power play goal. And it's the first goal of the game. I think we're going to give this to Hudson Perry. Let's wait and find out for 100% sure. Should be Perry's. Indeed.
Assisted by number 19, Gavin Fine, and number 20.
Yep, Gavin Fye and Alex Freeman, both with assists on that goal. So Nantucket power play looked pretty good first time around, looked pretty good the second time around, and the second time they do capitalize. So the opening goal is so important to get that first goal. Nantucket has done it here. But DY's not going to go quietly in this one. They've got a lot of offense. They are having to play defense right now, and Sheehan's just made another save with 7.5 to go here in this second period. And the score 1-0 on the goal from Hudson Perry. Face-off win for Nantucket. Slapper. Sheehan makes the save on that hard shot that came in from Sam Freeman. You hear there's a smattering of Nantucket people here. They're cheering for what they've seen. Nantucket continues with the zone time. Finding the way out to center, Griff Feely. But Nantucket's going to try and send it back in, but it's going to go out of play. Whistle stoppage and play. Game's being brought to you this evening by Agway of Cape Cod, your local source for the pet food and supplies you need to keep your four-legged family members happy and healthy. Visit Agway in Orleans, Dennis, Chatham, and online at agwaycapecod.com. Played into the DY zone. Now it's Tommy Julian. We haven't heard from him much in this second period. In fact, it's the first time I've called his name. Played down low into the DY zone. There's Julian. Julian had a man on him. That's Jack Gammons. And that keeps the puck in the zone. This is Jeffrey Domi. Domi gets it back out to the point for Evan Belanger's shot. That one's in feet with Gavin Fye providing a screen there, but the puck stays out. Big hit on the near side. Domi and Matt Walsh come together. Oh, and Jack Gammons isn't feeling too good on some contact that's been made to him as he heads off. And this is going to be an icing call, I believe, here as we have stopped with 6:12 to go in the second period. Game also being brought to you by Yates Island Gas on Nantucket. 508-228-0725. YatesIslandGas.com. Call Yates Island Gas today to learn about the Yates Island Gas difference. No contracts, no fees, and the best service on Nantucket. Almost 100 years of combined propane service experience. Yates Island Gas technicians provide the best service on an island 24/7. Shot comes in. That one from Zach Quenville. The save is made by James Colkins. Hasn't been too busy here in the second period. And now emerging out the center with this one is Cole Evans. And Evans will dump it into the DY zone. Sheehan's coming out of his net, has come out of his net, past fence now to play it, and that almost didn't go quite in his favor, but DY is going to keep the puck out of the danger zone for now. Turnaround shot from the right circle by the Nantucket skater was blocked and played, and a couple of DY players come together, and that one as Chad Holmes tried to play it ahead, and Caleb Tolley and Holmes came together here, and this is icing on Nantucket. Embarrassing moment there, but these things do happen, as I've said before. And this game is being brought to you by McGrath Insurance Agency. EJ McGrath Insurance in Dennis. Call them at 508-385-5991 to get a quote for home property, automobile, marine and watercraft, and commercial line insurance. Sent into the Nantucket zone by Matthew Walsh. Oh, a give up. Colkins makes not one but two saves on Aiden Powers. That one came out of nowhere. Colkins, you can't know how much difficulty he had to have encountered there. He's been barely untouched here in the second period, And then on a turnover, 2 prime chances for Aiden Powers. Less than 5 minutes to go in the second. 1-0 Nantucket. Once again, spending time here in the DY zone. And once again, Nantucket keeps it in. Now they're going to say offside. And that allows me to also tell you this game tonight brought to you by Carpet Barn, Carpet One Floor and Home. One store for your perfect floor, 3 convenient locations in Falmouth, Mashpee, and Hyannis. Exclusive carpet brands, including Bigelow Stainmaster, Lee's, Tigressa, Resista, Innovia Extreme Clean, Invincible, Rustic River, Hydrotech, Belterra Tile, Laminate for Life, and Voyager Exotic Floors. DY trying to get some momentum off that chance they just generated. And this will be passed, now fishing for this, and stepping through, giving it back from the left circle is Kim Cavatorta, and played along from the far side. It goes to near corner for Tommy Julian to get a touch on. And that's it. And look out. That one goes way out of play. Almost took the head off the poor photographer up there in the goal horn area. Goal horn staging area. Balcony. Balcony is the word I was looking for. No safety netting here on the near side of the DY zone. Look out! Jack Gammons passes Gavin Fye! And he, I think, was trying to give it back to Gammons. I can't be 100% sure, but I think he wanted to give that puck back to Gammons when it was Fye facing nobody in front of him but the goaltender for Dennis-Yarmouth. I don't know how much of that you caught as the camera tried to catch up there. Obviously a big chance there for Nantucket that they squander. DY can't backhand it out of the zone. Trouble there from Griff Feely. And now pass to the near side for Will Vincent. Vincent jams it off the boards. Julian giving chase, but getting to this burst and making him pivot away was Sam Freeman. Out to center. Will Vincent has it taken off his stick. And players fight for possession here. They'll be sent into the DY zone by Sam Freeman. Freeman waits for it to come back to him. He shoots, and that was a pad save made by Mason Sheehan. 2.5 minutes to go in the second period. My name is Jim McCabe. This is the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. Doubleheader icing is coming up here on Dennis-Yarmouth. First game of 2 on this Wednesday. Traveling up to Pembroke after this one for Barnstable against Marshfield. I invite you to tune in and watch that one. Should be a good one. Should be a rocking atmosphere, of course, between those 2 big rivals. And here is Caleb Tolley shooting and missing for the Dolphins. Alex Gibson has it for Nantucket. Puck dislodged off his stick as he's spun by Tyler McFarland. Went off the side of the net, but no shot on goal for DY. Trying to put air underneath that one. Cole Evans has hit the ceiling, and the whistle and the stoppage. Hope you're enjoying this one from South Dennis. Again, I'm really familiar with this rink. I've called many Seahawks Hockey Club games here. You see the Seahawks Hockey Club logo behind the Dennis-Yarmouth team, and we've got a game actually coming up on Saturday. Long road trip for the Seahawks. Yeah. Be playing their first game of 2020 here over the weekend. Few icings here in the late stages of the second period. 100 seconds to go in the second. Out to center for Nantucket. Reaching for this as he lost it a little bit was Gavin Pekarczyk. Karchik made sure it went back to Alex Freeman, who sends it in to the DY zone. The Dolphins from top left to bottom right, word mark across the DY jerseys. Had some fun jersey designs over the years, and I like these ones too. Zach Quenville plays it ahead for Dennis-Yarmouth. Man, not exactly going straight forward there as he tried to find a route to backhand it in. Was Aiden Powers, did so eventually. Nantucket's not going to waste any time getting it out. As far as the DY blue line before it was played along by Cam Cavatorta, Nantucket gets another crack at it to send it deep into Dolphin ice. Nantucket initiated the change there and they got it done effectively. Going to his knees to play, that was Cavatorta. And it's going to go back for the play along far side by Sam Freeman. And back and forth we go with the neutral zone chess match. And a DY player just got hit into his own bench. Fully in there was Tommy Julian. Didn't see who that was for Nantucket. Tried to catch on the replay. And I don't think I saw it in time. But that was a big hit on Julian. And you saw who did it. Phi gets it out to center for Nantucket. Sent back in. But the second period has come to an end. Dennis-Yarmouth is looking for answers here after 2 periods of play. After 2 periods, it's 1-0 Nantucket on the goal from Hudson Perry. Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week will continue. Welcome back, everybody. How did you spend your intermission? I spent my intermission looking at people arguing on Twitter about the death of Mr. Peanut today. People arguing about the death of Mr. Peanut. That's what people are doing right now. Here, there's no argument. It's a 1-0 score. That's a fact. Nantucket with the lead over Dennis-Yarmouth in this Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. Goal scored by Hudson Perry. Eager to get on the air. Those who don't know, usually I'll wait until the game starts. It's the music that plays it. They get cranky about it on Twitch. This is on Twitch via Twitter, this Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. Dennis-Yarmouth only has 15 minutes to score at least one goal to get this game tied. Nantucket has carried the majority of the play in this one. Some good chances for DY. Ultimately, though, they have not been able to get on the scoreboard. This is Evan Belanger going back behind his net for Nantucket to play it to Jack Gammons, who looked like he was a little sore towards the end of the second period, but he's back out there now for the Whalers. He's going to go back for the waiting stick of Alex Freeman, who shot one. Stays out, and DY's going to skate out the center. This is Griff Feely looking for Will Vincent ahead. This goes all the way down, though, into the Nantucket zone with no connection there. Off of a DY player, that backhand attempt to get in deep from Cole Evans didn't work out. Now coming out of his shoes, Caleb Tolley tried to play it the other way for DY. He couldn't get it done. Set back into the Dennis-Yarmouth zone. Mark Schickman closed in on his number 21 counterpart, Chad Holmes, in the near corner. And then what happened after that? Was, I think, shoveled out of play there by Cole Evans is what it looked like. Puck goes into the DY zone. Kokens! What a pass from Tyler McFarland to Caleb Tolley. And James Colkins comes up big for Nantucket. All it takes is one. Our face-off will come up here in the Nantucket zone. Dolphins win it. Deflects just wide. Shot from Matthew Walsh, and it dribbled in front and just past the near post. And that would have gotten some joy out of the Dennis-Yarmouth supporters here in their home arena watching this one. Locked up on the near half wall in the DY zone. Scooted around the end boards by Jack Hanscom. They can't finish it out the far side. Shot from the left point by one of the Freemans for Nantucket was blocked. It was Alex. And the attempt to penetrate deep into Nantucket zone was mostly unsuccessful. And this is gonna be icing. Didn't miss by much there. Cosmo Tedeschi was on his side of the red line, but he wasn't far off on that, just going right in on the goaltender, Mason Sheehan. Just one goal given up in this game. This will be aired into the DY zone by Ben Billings. And that was a quick trip in for Nantucket and a quick trip back out. Good defensive play there by Evan Belanger as he kicked it to stop the progress of Aiden Powers. Now it's the Whalers trying to set something up. No success there between Charlie Clark and Cosmo Tedeschi. That's going to be a long wrister in on Colkins. And he makes a save and covers up from Matthew Walsh's offered puck. And we played 3 minutes and 3 seconds of this third period. Live in South Dennis, it's the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. And it is a 1-0 lead for Nantucket. A power play goal in the second period scored by Hudson Perry. That's the difference. Tommy Julian left it back. Griff Feely couldn't risk that one. Some defense on him from Jeffrey Domi. Nantucket transitions. By shot in the pass from Gammons. Throw back out in front by Gammons. And it went through the blue crease. And now Julian starting to come alive here. Hops and gallops through center and now into the Nantucket zone. Julian dashed it from the near corner and goes to Griff Feely. Griffin Feely will send it back in the cycle game for Julian, but off the stick a little bit, and Nantucket is able to get the clear down the ice, and this is icing. 11:11 to go in the third period. Again, coming up after this, live from Pembroke, Massachusetts, Hobblenock Arena, Barnstable versus Marshfield. Please consider joining us for that one. Puck in the Nantucket zone. In the Nantucket zone, yeah, it's cleared out the center now. Now this will be dumped in chip and chase time for Nantucket's Cole Evans. Gonna sit there on the end boards for the play along by Tyler McFarland. And then Zach Quenville was able to make sure it got out the center ice. Now this will go back to the stick of Cam Cavatorta, who will forward the puck, and it's shot into the Nantucket zone by Chad Holmes. Dennis-Yarmouth's getting new players out there. No forechecking pressure from them. Marsh Hickman off the top of the glass as he sends it along into the Dennis-Yarmouth zone. Dolphins go quickly get it out the center. And this is going to be touched, and Alex Freeman is going to skate back in. Sets it up in front, hoping for Marsh Hickman. And no sale there. Now near side, Gavin Pekarchik gets it into the offensive zone. Player goes down behind the net, and that generated a penalty. This is going to be, I believe, against Dennis-Yarmouth. This will be the third power play of the game. The penalized player for EY is Quenville on that hit you saw in the far corner. Third power play of the game for Nantucket. Marsh Hickman gives, gets back, passes to the left circle. Jack Gammons shot, save is made. Now there's a big hit behind the net. Alex Freeman coming together with DY's Matt Walsh. Marsh Hickman's shot blocked from the near side. Now on some stick action on that puck, it goes out of play. This game's being brought to you tonight by Agway of Cape Cod. Their greenhouse is now open year-round and stocked with beautiful and easy-to-care-for houseplants, as well as great unique gifts. Visit Agway in Orleans, Dennis, and Chatham, online at agwaycapecod.com. This game's also being brought to you by Yates Island Gas on Nantucket, locally owned and operated Nantucket's premier propane solution. Yates Island Gas is committed to meeting your energy needs. 20 Arrowhead Drive. Reach them at 508-228-0725. Online at yatesislandgas.com. Third power play of the game for Nantucket. They're 1 for 2. Marsh Hickman will skate across his own line. Across the red, now across the offensive blue. Hickman on the near side, looks, and he'll pass, and it's distributed from the top from Hudson Perry. Now on interchange here, Alex Freeman, far half wall, he'll pass. Jack Gammons, now Perry, back to Gammons, and this power play looks good again, and they escape the almost problem there from the DY sticks, but then capsizing on the near half wall was Hickman, and taking out the center is Tyler McFarland, and a big hit on him from Gavin Fye. Half minute to go on the power play. To the DY blue line where Ken Cavatora plays back the other way. Here's Tommy Julian, 1 versus 4, but still look dangerous there. Julian will play it out in front. This is short-handed time for DY. An attempt to sling it on was Matthew Walsh, but he couldn't get it on net. It was blocked. Power play continues for Nantucket, and this shot from the far side. That one from Griffin Feely, and a save is made by James Colkins. .7:54 to go in the third period. Face-off win for Nantucket in their own zone. They're on the power play for about another 5 seconds. Puck thrown out in front from below the goal line. Didn't go for a shot. Nantucket holds on here, though. From the far half wall, going wide from Belanger. Now Jeffrey Dommey from the near point sends it deep. We are back to 5-on-5. 1-0 Nantucket still leads. Loose out in front. Dennis-Yarmouth will get it out to center. Here's Julian. Julian gets across the line, and it's onside. As he tried to travel into a pack there. Got well separated from the puck. Now, 1 versus 3 situation for Nantucket's Cosmo Tedeschi. He just played it as far as he could. And now Dennis-Yarmouth will recontrol, and is dumped into the Nantucket zone by Zach Weber. Under 7 minutes to go in the third. Julian backhands it out in front. Was touched by the stick of Griff Feely, and then sat there, and Marsh Hickman will go the other way. For Nantucket, tries to go inside out through Zach Weber, and off Weber's skate. And so now Griff Feely for Dennis-Yarmouth will exit it out of his zone. Onto the far side, Will Vincent wasn't aware of where that puck was. This will stay in play. 6.5 to go in the third period. Ken Cavatorta got it to his own line.
Go cute.
And Zach Quenville will sting it off the near side boards. He'll get to it first below. Now it's going to reach for by Tyler McFarland. It's those two players, Quenville and McFarland, that are involved here. And it's Cavatorta, or beg your pardon, McFarland, who is digging away for it. That all goes for nothing for Dennis-Yarmouth. Zach Quenville will shoot one from neutral. Save made by James Colkins. It will go to the near side. It'll be played back by Alex Freeman. And further along for Nantucket to get out the center. Here's Gammons. And Gammons stripped by Ken Cavatorta. And then Cavatorta runs into Gammons on the far side wall. And cleared down the ice. It's icing on Dennis-Yarmouth with 5:23 to go in the third period. And Nantucket holding on to the 1-0 lead. This game's being brought to you by E.J. McGrath Insurance Agency. Personal lines of insurance, including auto, homeowners, professional liability, and personal and commercial umbrella policies. Visit ejmcgrathinsurance.com to learn more. Face-off win for Nantucket in the offensive zone. Shot from the left point, and trying to glove that one down as it was skimming along the ice unsuccessfully was Mason Sheehan. That shot from Alex Freeman from just a moment ago. It's going to go back to Freeman. The blast. Glove save by Mason Sheehan. And finally, this game is brought to you tonight by Carpet Barn, Carpet One Floor and Home. One store for your perfect floor with 3 convenient locations in Falmouth, Mashpee, and Hyannis. Check out exclusive warranty options up to the life of the installation to cover any possible soils or stains. Carpet Barn Carpet One offers a healthier living flooring installation system, the first antimicrobial flooring installation system to keep allergens, dust, mildew, and mold away. Visit Carpet Barn Carpet One Falmouth.com or call 508-296-8189. More action in the DY zone. Puck stays out. Bouncing around in the left circle. It's going to go back. Belanger knocks it down the line. Shoots. It's blocked. Almost by the backside of Zach Weber. Whistle and a stoppage. 4:31 to go in the third period. DY's not giving up here. It's going to be backhanded from just about the red line by Cam Cavatorta. And Cavatorta waiting for players to get onside. He's going to wrist one. Save is made by Colkins. And it's going to be sent out to center by Nantucket's Charlie Clark. And back from where it came by Cam Cavatorta into the Nantucket zone. Catching this pass in the far corner and playing it ahead was Sam Freeman, rather. Pressure here from DY. Jeffrey Domme for Nantucket is going to get it out the center. That one's too hot and past the stick of Jack Gammons, but this is going to work out for Nantucket. It goes right in on Mason Sheehan. And he is going to be once again forced to cover. And we are down now to 3 minutes and 48 seconds of the third period. Face-off win for Nantucket. Shot from the left point, just missing. That one from Sam Freeman. Off the near side boards and out to center. Freeman will be the first to touch it. And then furthered along by Alex Gibson, but then played back from Cam Cavatorta and then shoveled into the Nantucket zone by Tyler McFarland. Less than 3.5 to go in the third. Nantucket still with the 1-0 lead. Tyler McFarland with a big hit there on Hudson Perry. He's the goal scorer. Man, he's going to step on here and snap it from a severe angle. Alex Freeman, rebound came out in front, but no additional shot for the Whalers. Nantucket couldn't get it in initially to the zone. Now they do. It's going to go for Marsh Hickman near side. And Hickman has Cam Cavatorta run into him. Hickman fell, and I would say Cavatorta got the worst of that, though. And Tommy Julian. Do a little short pass. It's Chad Holmes, and then further on, and now carried out the center for the wrister. Colkins makes a save on Zach Quenville's shot. Less than 2.5 to go in the third. A couple of DY players go down here. The second time we've seen this involving Tommy Julian. I didn't see exactly what happened that time. The first time involved Julian, it was a... No, I'm thinking of another player. All right, so never mind. Goes in on Colkins. He plays away from the pressure of Griff Feely to the near half wall. Will Vincent will play across and back out the center. Oh, and a little bit of unawareness situational there from Cam Cavatorta's. Nantucket players were coming in, but they couldn't advance into the offensive zone for a shot. Julian keeps us in on the line. Tommy Julian. Carry it deep, then loses it. Now it's behind the Nantucket net. To the last 90 seconds of regulation. Mason Sheehan has gone to the bench for an extra skater. Could that be a bad decision? Let's see. Jack Gammons, is he going to get for a shot? No, that was good defensive effort from Matt Walsh. Out the center, into the Nantucket zone, 70 seconds to go in the game. Just the one goal. Can Dennis-Yarmouth tie it? It's brought in offside by Tyler McFarland. Neither team has taken their timeout. You might want to know that as far as Dennis-Yarmouth is concerned. And now a timeout has been called. Give me a chance to mention there was a loss in the hockey community on Cape Cod relevant to Dennis-Yarmouth here last month, I should say. That was Bronco Joseph Horvath, a longtime NHL player who played for 5 of the 6 original 6 teams, including the Boston Bruins, and wound up becoming the coach of the Cape Cod Cubs, the old minor league team that played on the Cape decades ago, and then finished off his time with a little bit of coaching for Dennis-Yarmouth High School. So it's worth noting, and that death came again last month. 89 years old for that NHL player who was once upon a time going head-to-head with Bobby Hull for the scoring lead. 141 goals scored in 434 games. Lou Alberti is the head coach for DY, and everybody watches as this one goes just past the DY net. Under a minute to go in the game. Off the boards, down, and look out, because this puck I thought was going to get me. Alex Gibson backhanded out of play. So the Nantucket folks over to our left who are watching this one, is everybody okay? Yeah, everybody's okay. And these players have gone back to their benches. So I believe now this timeout's been called by Nantucket. Next games for both of these teams. It's going to be Nantucket versus Norwell. That's coming up in 4 days. That's the makeup of a Boxing Day match last month. And Dennis-Yarmouth is going to get sandwich in 5 days. That's also a makeup of a postponed game from just last Saturday. To the right point. Shot just missing from Zach Gwenville. Half minute to go. Backhanded along, kept in the zone. Nantucket's going to get it out. As far as the red line, trying to slap it along, couldn't because of the stick neutralization. It was Caleb Tolley. 15 seconds left. And bingo for Marsh Hickman. Nantucket with the forechecking pressure, and Hickman shot it in. And that's the insurance tally on the empty net goal with 13.2 seconds left. Nantucket's going to win this one. And for this Nantucket team that's going back and forth a little bit here this season now, this puts them up to a 2-game win streak. And they'll try and keep building momentum in this, what was a very important Cape and Islands League matchup here today. One more shot possibly for James Colkins to handle. Now the only question is he going to get the shutout? If DY can win the faceoff cleanly with 2.6 seconds left, they might have something to say about that. They do not. It is shoveled out, and that's it. Shutout for James Colkins, and that's, by the way, the second straight game Nantucket's been featured on the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week, in which we have said that. Colkins has picked both of them up. 2-0 the score, the final, here in South Dennis on this Wednesday evening. Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. Thanks so much for being with us. For this one, the game winner goes to Hudson Perry on the second period power play goal. That was the only non-empty net goal scored of this game. One more time, Nantucket beats Dennis-Yarmouth 2-0. Thanks so much for being with us. We'll see you for the next one coming up from Pembroke. Barnstable against Marshfield. See you there.